What's up, guys? Crypto Fud. Happy Friday. Let's jump right into this one. All right, so an update to Filecoin. Filecoin definitely is having a run as we speak right now, currently sitting at around $6.80. If you guys remember, I don't know if I did it for Filecoin particularly, but I was saying for most of these altcoins, I believe even Bitcoin, but it was really very obvious with the altcoins, this W pattern that it was forming. And if you, I mean, I'm sure you guys, a lot of you guys saw this, but even with other altcoins that are having runs, they might not be up as much as Filecoin is today. And we're going to cover this. But when you see these beautiful W patterns, a lot of times it'll be going towards the upside. Once it hits that perfect W, a lot of times it's almost like a catapult and it'll send it up. A lot sometimes they're short lived and they're like, it makes a W, but then it'll kind of, go back down. But this one particularly, if you see this W, it's like crazy. The form that the W that it formed and the fact that it's basically on a run right now. Filecoin is, I think, in my eyes, going to be a major, major player in this next bull run. I really do. I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't buy. I was looking down when we hit that rock bottom spot for everything. I made a couple of decisions and bought into a few projects that I was just waiting for the last year or two that I felt like I missed the boat on. Filecoin was never on that radar, but when I was making my decision for moving funds, I did look at Filecoin and I knew that it was going to be something, but I really was like, I'm going to just I went with other projects basically is what I'm saying, and hindsight's 2020, so I'm not really sitting here stressing about it, but you know that's why they always say it's good to diversify your portfolio. Me, I do diversify, but I want to make sure that I'm putting enough and getting enough of each project. So with that being said, I had to pick only a few projects that I really wanted to put, a big chunk of my, my funds into. So Filecoin as of yesterday is up 44%. Like I said, currently sitting at around $6 and just right under 80 cents. This fib chart that I had drew was probably from, I don't know exactly, maybe 5 days to a week ago, something like that. Maybe even shorter. It might have been like 3 days. I don't know. I make so many videos. But the point what I'm getting to is, this was the top of the fib line and it definitely broke through. But it looks like, it's at $6.80. It's really getting stuck at that $6.80 mark. If you can keep seeing it's like teeter tottering, in my opinion, we're going to need to basically zoom out a little bit and see exactly what Filecoin was doing before we really got to these areas. And if you can see $6.80, really in all due reality, $6.80, it really is in like no man's land right now in regards to its chart. If you look, Filecoin really hasn't been here probably ever, if not for a very long time. I'm not going to go back a year or two to look, but well, I guess we can. Oh, good thing we did. So if you go back 2019, it was consolidating around the same area, and it looks like let's see here, right where it's at, $6.82 is where it kind of got rejected multiple times. So maybe this might be playing out again, where if you do look, we cratered down, dropped down almost to where, if you look, holy crap, if you look at this bottom, it was exactly where the bottom is that we just hit not too long ago. And if you look right now, we're currently sitting somewhere around this area right now. So I wouldn't doubt that, history doesn't always repeat itself, but it does rhyme. And I wouldn't doubt that this thing probably is going to bounce off this $6.80 mark. $6.80 mark. Maybe get up a little bit more. Maybe have these crazy spurts. This was crazy. It went from $6.80 consolidated and jumped up to $9.50. But then if you see, it kind of went back into that channel of around $5 to $6.80. It might not, like I said, do this exact thing here. But if you can see, it did get stuck exactly where we're at multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically, I'll call that 5. Almost 6 maybe 7 times it bounced at this $6.80 mark, but eventually it broke through, and that's when we went on this crazy euphoric bull run that we all know of. That was about 2 years ago. If you look at it, and Filecoin technically was up to, I'm sure it was higher than this, because a lot of times if it was a quick jump, it won't even tell you exactly. But from here, it says it was around $200. So basically, I know I'm in the weeds, but what I'm getting to is Filecoin is going to be a major player in this next bull run that we're going into. And if you can see, as we just saw, it's basically at levels that it was before that bull run that ran 2021, and it's basically stuck exactly where it was. And this is the first time us testing this $6.80 mark. So I wouldn't doubt that we test it, maybe fall back down to the 236 fib, somewhere around $5.80, and we kind of just keep testing until finally we break through. And this is obviously as long as the rest of the market is still running. As long as we're still running and there's a bullish narrative around the whole crypto market, I think that this is going to possibly keep testing this level until it breaks through. And then after that, we'll talk about levels after that. Like I said, I saw when we looked just now, it was really nothing much. It kind of like tested this level and then blew up to like $9. So, I'm not saying that's exactly what it's going to do here, but we are look at a spot right now that there's major, major resistance. If we are going to, maybe have a cool off here, like I said, I wouldn't doubt that we come back to this 236 line and retest it, possibly even going back down to the 382 at around $5.20. You guys saw it hit $6.80 at that time that we just looked at, and it went all the way down to $5, and then it went back up. It could easily do that, and that little spot that we looked at, that was probably a 6-month chart. So it was consolidating in between those ranges of around $5 and $6.80. So we could chop around for a little while. Definitely could before, like I said, this last bit of this year is where I think we're really going to start seeing these major, major moves. If you think these were major moves that we saw in the last like month or two, really, if you think about it, it's nothing crazy. Right now, we're going crazy. Bitcoin jumps up $1,000. Everybody's like, oh, I remember when the bull run was moving, Bitcoin moved $2,000-$3,000 in a day like nothing, up and down, $3,000 like nothing. So I think we've been in this mode where we've been in this bear kind of areas, and it's just like small movements mean a lot to us if it's up or down. And eventually, when we're in this bull market, whenever we get into it, those movements aren't going to be as much. We're going to be looking at big movement, explosive movements, and even some movements that are going to bring us back down a little bit. So I'm going to leave it there. If you guys are sitting on the sidelines, like I said, maybe a good spot to maybe wait for. Patience is always the thing that you want to look for in crypto, and that could be around $5.20 is going to be your mark that you're really going to be looking for to maybe accumulate or jump in and add to your bag. All right, guys. Well, that was it. Hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. I will definitely see you guys this weekend with major updates on all of crypto. Again, thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel so you can get instant alerts whenever I am posting videos. See ya.